Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ariana, and if you guys don't know who I am a new YouTuber, and today is just going to be a little bit of a more serious video just because of recent events, but let's get right into it. Alright you guys, so let's get into the story. So I was gonna do a story time slash get ready with me, and it was gonna be a very upbeat video. I was gonna, like, you know, do stupid stuff on here. I wasn't gonna do like an actual beat. It was going to be like fucked up, like it was supposed to be funny, but with what happened, I felt like I had to bring this up to light because I couldn't hold it no more, and it's annoying and it's frustrating and it's just very overwhelming. But let's get into it. So as you guys know, I am transgender, meaning I was not born in the right body. About 3 weeks ago, I was running around like a headless chicken with my sister and my cousin, looking for balloons for my nephew. We were just running a bit crazy because everything closed early because of COVID. So we were running everywhere trying to look for stuff, trying to get stuff together for my nephew while he was asleep. So we were trying to get everything done, and we went into this party city. Now, when we went into Party City, like any other party city, they greet you, they say hi, they say hello, welcome in, blah, 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 blah. You know, we walked in, and you know, we were just looking for our stuff. We were playing around. Excuse me. We were just looking for our stuff. And there was this associate that I ran into, and she didn't even say excuse me. She just moved to the side, let us pass. We passed, you know. And then you know when you can see somebody from the corner of your eye when they just like look back or do like a certain gesture? She did like you know, like ill. So I just like brushed it off. I'm like, whatever. And mind you, I was like nowhere like suburb or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I was nowhere near that. I was like close to the city, so it wasn't like an out but to bubble fuck party city. So me and my sister and my cousin, we were just walking looking for the stuff. We grabbed the stuff, we go to the line, and as she goes to the line, I leave the line to go grab a couple balloons. And while I'm grabbing the balloon, I see that same associate just staring at me. And I'm just like, okay, she probably thinks I'm gonna steal, which I don't know why, because I was just in line. So like, the fuck? But I grab the big balloons and I get in line again. And then she's like so pressed to like ring me out. She's like, oh, I can take you. I'm like, okay. Well, I go to her, I was like, hi. And then she was like, hi. She was like, would this be all for today? I was like, yes. So she grabs my stuff and she starts to scan it, and then she was like, and I wanted some balloons from behind the counter, which is like the big ones that they inflate. So I wanted some balloons, and I asked for the balloons, you know, very politely, very nicely, and I don't know, like her whole vibe was so off. It was just like nasty, like little passive aggressive, I would say. And I'm just like, okay. So I gave her the numbers I wanted, the balloon numbers I wanted, and she proceeds to fucking write down my stuff, right? So she asked for my name. I said, my name is Ariana. She writes it down. She's like, how do you spell it? I spell it out for her. And then she asked for my last name. And then she asked for my address, which is for the balloon or something like that. So, like, I don't know, so you could return it or something. It was their whatever. She asked for my email. I gave her my email, which she didn't put correctly, by the way, and I repeated it 3 times. And then she proceeds to say, oh, can you inflate these balloons for him? Like, okay, so in no way, shape, or form people are going to get pronouns correct all the damn time, and I'm totally okay with that. Like, if it slips out, it slips out. There's nothing you can do, you know, just move forward. So she just says he, And then she says she. So I'm just like, okay, she probably messed up. That's fine. I'm not gonna, like, you know, throw a little bitch fit and be like, ah, no, because that's just not who I am. So she says that, and I'm just like, I brushed it off. And then my cousin looks at me and I look at her. I'm just like, whatever, you know, people make mistakes. So mind you, we have masks on, but me and my cousin, we know how to read our minds. So we just look at each other, and I'm just like, I look at my sister looks at my cousin looks at me, and we just like, bitch, right? So she goes over to the backside, and we're a little bit far from her. She's like, you know, she's like a good 20-30 feet away from us. So she's over there kiki kaka with her co-workers, which were rude as fuck as well. And I hear her loudly say, oh, these are for him, and then pause, and then say, I mean her, like passive aggressive again. So at this point, my sister just looks at me, and I look at her, and I'm just like, there's so much that goes in my head when it comes down to situations like this, because you just never know. You just don't know how to act. Like, you can be put in a predicament like this and you just don't know how to act. So like, you don't know what to say, you don't know what to think, because it's just like, you try so hard for you to be you know, keep your cool, so they don't see that they get to you. As sad that it is to say that this world is still not accepting of someone else gender identification or preference to whatever they like. So, you know, you just don't know what to say when it, like, stuff like that, it happens so fast that you just don't know how to react. So the only thing I did was stare at her down, and she said it again. And then her coworker and her and like 2-3 other coworkers and her were like laughing and, like, you know, throwing jokes or whatever the fuck it was. I'm pretty sure it was about me, because they kept looking over to us. And as overprotective my sister is, she was going to go to them and like let them have it, but I was just like, no, it's like, it's fine. Like, you know, it's as sad that it is to say, like, it's something that I'm used to. It's not the first time that someone ever, like, you know, treats me like that. So it's not that I'm, you know, I'm gonna cry about it, or I'm gonna like be like, oh my god, they hurt my feelings. Like, ah, bitch, you know how thick my skin is? Like, don't fucking try me. Like, I'm just like, whatever. It was the end of the day. I'm not gonna like sit up here and fight with a stupid ass bitch. Like, she does not deserve that. She does not deserve my time. She does not deserve my energy. Like, she doesn't deserve that. So I just ignored her, whatever, fuck it. And she gave me the balloons, and then she said, oh, have a good one, da da da. And I just like grabbed the balloons from her. I said, bitch, give me my shit, and I walked out. So me and my cousin and my sister, it was just like a quiet moment where it's just like, they don't know what to say, or they don't know if I'm gonna feel some type of way of like whatever just happened. So they just got quiet. And then my cousin, she was like, fuck that bitch, don't let her get to you. I was like, I don't, but it's sad to say that it's something that I'm used to and I'm low-key prepared about, because this world is so ignorant and it's so close-minded that they don't want to accept someone who is the exact opposite of them, someone who is living their truth, someone who is not afraid to be who they are 100%. It's just sad to say that that's something that, unfortunately, as a transgender woman, I have to go through. And it's, you know, it sucks, because you just don't, you're at a loss for words, and you don't know what to do or what to say or how to act. Because what if it wasn't a woman? What if it was like a 6'4" guy, and he has, I don't know, some issues with transgenders, and they take it into their hands to make us pay or make us men. Like, it's just, you never know. You always walking with a target behind you. Like, as a cis woman, as a gay, as a lesbian, as a trans, as a queer, as a non-binary, and all the above, you are walking with a target behind your back, because you just don't know what runs through people's mind, and that's the scary part. And I'm just like, if I let this get to me, it's like, you know, I gave her the benefit of feeling satisfied, if that makes sense. So I'm just like, whatever, fuck that bitch, fuck her coworkers, fuck that Party City. And I did write a damn review, and I will be calling that store either tomorrow, because today's Sunday. So tomorrow I will be calling that store, and I will be giving them a piece of my mind, and stuff like that. You just don't, it just sucks. It honestly sucks, because at the end of the day, when you're home alone, when you're by yourself, you just can't help but have these thoughts in your head of, you know, is like, should I keep going? Should I just stop? Should I just, like, you know, like, it doesn't matter where you are in your transition, you are always gonna have self-doubt. And it just sucks, because you feel like shit. You honestly feel like shit. And, you know, me personally, I feel a day or the night, wherever the time it is, I feel about it, but then I get over it. I brush it off, because, you know, she doesn't pay my bills. I don't live for her or him or whoever's bullying you, whatever. But in this case, it was her. Like, she just, like, it comes to show how people can be so mean and cruel. And it's just like, I don't know what else to say, because honestly, you can't change people's minds. You can only educate them on topics. And who knows, she probably not as educated, or she, you know, but for her to act like that, whatever your prejudice, whatever you have towards the LGBTQ community, keep that to your damn self, bitch. Get your fucking coin, do what you're meant to do what your job requires you to do, and keep it moving. The same goes for other people. Are you just upset that I'm living my truth? Like, what is it? You just don't know what is going through their heads. So point of the story is that I just needed to vent, because it was just eating me up inside, because it's just like, wow, like, I wouldn't have expected that here in Maryland. I would not have expected that here in Maryland. And it's just like, especially in the fucking city, like, you would expect bullshit like that in, like, the middle of Batu Bubblefuck. You would not expect that in the middle of the city. So for her to be acting like that, for people to still act like that, is so annoying. But you can't let that drown you. You can just let it, you can let it take you a little bit. You can let it take you down, but don't let it drown you, because for everyone who's watching who is in the LGBTQ community, or who is struggling with bullying, don't let that affect you too long. Don't let it take you. Don't let it consume you, because they don't live for you. You live for you. You live your truth. You be you. So I just wanted to come on here and give a little bit of words of inspiration, I guess, by saying, don't let nobody stop you from you being you, regardless of what anyone says. Someone's always going to have an opinion on you. Someone's always going to have something to say about you. So might as well just live your truth. And I just do appreciate everyone who watches me, from, I don't care if it's 10 people or 5 people or 50 people. Would I like views? Yeah, of course. Would I like subscribers? Of course. Would I like likes? Of course. But I am grateful for all my loyal people who watch me. I am grateful for everyone who comments. I am grateful for everyone who DMs me and say, oh, do this, oh, do that, giving me ideas. You know, it's just little stuff like that. Some people would just brush it off. I wouldn't. I would, you know, say thank you. I would definitely be grateful. I am grateful for everything. Even though it is 50 people who watch my video, I don't care. You come here to watch me. And if you are haters, bitch, you still watch me. So, I just wanted to say that on here real quick. And I will be posting, so stay tuned.